How's it going, everybody? Hope we're all doing okay today. Hope you're all doing better than what I am anyway. Um, yeah, it's not a good day for me today. I'm cranky, miserable, in a real crabby, annoyed, ticked off mood. I'm going to try my best not to swear in this video because obviously I know that I have friends who show these videos to their kids. Obviously, I don't want to, encourage bad language, but yeah. And hopefully this doesn't just turn into an incoherent rant. Hopefully there's some actual flow to my thoughts today up here and it makes sense. But yeah, I'm very annoyed, angry and upset at the state of the world right now and what it's coming to. As I'm sure we all are, we're all very ticked off with everything that's going on around the world at the moment. But yeah, we're going into another lockdown, and it's one of those things. I feel sick for some people. If people thought that this year's been hard up until now, the next few months of winter lockdowns are going to be hell. I think, for people who suffer with mental health. Yeah, I know people, young parents that are my age, sort of late 20s. They're single, they're on their own, men and women, and they're raising their children by themselves, and they've no job. They're on, benefit support, which is no shame in either. I claim universal credit, which is a benefit for anybody that's watching this outside of the UK, because I'm so in and out of jobs on a regular basis. And yeah, they're supporting these kids and themselves, maybe with the help of their parents. There's no spouse to rely upon for emotional support. And more people are going to be going onto these benefits now that a lot of workplaces are closing again. And yeah, I feel absolutely awful for people like that. I have it very lucky, my personal situation, because I still live at home with my dad. So I'm relatively sheltered in a lot of ways. Did move out a few years ago. I managed about 12 months before I came back home with my tail between my legs. But yeah, it's I feel absolutely awful for young parents who are on their own at the moment. Tell you another group that I feel absolutely sick for, and in a lot of ways I dodged this bullet at the start of this year, and that's families that have relatives who are in nursing homes at the moment and they can't go and see them. And then also as well, the people that are in nursing homes, staff and residents. I can't even imagine the emotional stress that these people are going through right now, and it's so grim. As I was saying in a video a couple of weeks ago, I lost my grandma at the start of this year. She was 85, and she just died of old age, of natural causes, they'll say. But in the last 2 years of her life, she was suffering with vascular dementia, which is a horrible disease anyway. And last few months of her life, it progressed rapidly. And I'd say towards the end of her life, you could see that she was struggling with it, and sometimes she never forgot anybody's names, thankfully, but you could see that she was forgetting more and more every day, about repeating questions that she'd asked 60 seconds before, and you could see it in her face. She realised what was happening to her. She realised that her mind was failing her, and uh, that is why I will always have such respect for my grandma. She was the bravest person that I ever knew. But having said that, if she'd have continued to live into this year, and we wouldn't have been able to see her, and she wouldn't understand because her dementia was progressing even further. I don't know. I can't even bear the thought, really, because we were all very close with her in our own way. We all had very good relationships with her. You know, she was the matriarch of the family, and we miss her every day. But in some ways, it was kind of a blessing, really, because I don't know how we would have gotten through this year if we couldn't have seen her, if we couldn't have gone to the nursing home where she was, you know, living at in the last 3 months of her life. So yeah, I feel well and truly heartbroken for families who have relatives in nursing homes at the moment. They can't go and see them. I just... words fail me at the minute. They really do. See, today I wanted to come up here and make a really fun video, you know, like about Bigfoot, you know, the big cat phenomenon in the UK, that kind of thing. But as I say, my head was so up my ass this morning when I got up, feeling really, really upset about everything that's going on right now. I thought I'm going to have a vent about this, you know, so for my loyal viewers who've jumped on my channel and subscribed to me and always comment on my videos, and you know who you are, thanks for putting up with this today, and hopefully I'll get back to more positive content this week when I can get out. See, I tend to find my depression, it's very seasonal. Spring and summertime, I'm happy as Larry. I'm, you know, hopping up and down, always out here till late. You know, I love summertime, you know, the late nights, early mornings, you know, coming up and seeing sunrise up here at the top. But already, you know, the clocks went back last week here in the UK, and already it's the way I've described it to people in the past is it's like a hand is coming up from behind me as we approach Christmas. My mood gets lower and lower, and I'm already not. I'm not a fan of Christmas as it is anyway. But what my problem is, I think, is because it gets dark so early. You know, at the moment it's dark at 5 o'clock, and that's it. You know, I'm bored out of my mind till I start getting tired, and I don't sleep well as it is anyway. You know, so I just can't stand the long nights. You know, and friends and family that know me well, they know I like a beer. But what I tend to do during winter, I'll drink out of boredom, just because it's something to do. You know, and I know it's sad as that. I know it's bad. It's not like I want Smirnoff in my Cheerios when I wake up in the morning. But it's just one of those things that this time of year, how it can affect people. And I'm worried it's going to happen to more of us as these weeks roll by. See, this is where the tin hat is going to come on. And obviously I'm sure people have gathered by now, I'm very into conspiracy theories and a lot of weird unusual topics. But I'm not even going to say its name. You know, even the name of this thing annoys me. Excuse me. But I have thought since this all started back in January, there's something very, very fishy about all of this. There's something not right at all about it. And I think this year, this isn't directed at my friends or family and, you know, people who watch these videos and subscribe to my channel, because I think we're all pretty like-minded around here in this, you know, YouTube community. I think this year is really, it's shown how dense we've become as a species, really, quite frankly. You know, we're rapidly losing the capacity to use rational thought, I think. And it's monkey see, monkey does. You know, this is to blame. You know, like, as much as technology can be a wonderful thing, it's also very, very dangerous in the illusions that it creates. So yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, I don't watch the news anyway. Even as a child, I resented watching the news. It was always very regimental when I was growing up. 6 o'clock, the tea would be the news would be on while we were having our tea, and that's only because that's how my dad was brought up. You know, he carried it on into his adult life, and even he doesn't watch the news anymore. But yeah, I used to. I'd either just look down at my food the whole time, or once I'd done eating, I'd just be looking at the wall, because I even resented even looking at the telly when the news was on. But yeah, I can't. I can't really back up this claim, because it's not like I do watch the news, you know, and trust the information that's being put out there. But when you only have to log into Facebook and see the Facebook politics reporting thousands more have died today, and I can't believe it. I'm just like, my ass, you know, like, there's no way another 4,000 people have died overnight. There'd be ambulance sirens going off like every minute, you know, police cars running up and down. If it was that bad, we would be under martial law, I think, you know, and there would be army patrolling with weapons, making sure we didn't leave our homes. So that's one thing, you know, that I do think about. I think there's a lot of political agenda behind all of this as well, you know, and again, I'm not a politics guy at all. That's so not my jam. I suppose I probably would be a bit more interested if I knew that there was more of a clear incentive to try and save nature, but there isn't, as far as I can tell anyway. And yeah, I think what's going on right now, you know, in this country and around the world, there's a lot of politics involved with it. You know, there's a lot of, the politicians have a lot to gain from their own, you know, incentives and motivations, and we don't know about it because we're just, you know, we're peasants, aren't we? We're the common folk. But yeah, I don't know. See, I mean, I can't even, usually whenever I make these videos, I'm off and away like a rabbit down a hole, because I've so much to say. But I can't even string coherent sentences together, because I feel like we're all losing our minds. It just has me very, very worried and concerned for the future. You know, because as I said before, I have friends who have children, and I don't know what their lives are going to be like. You know, and I don't really want to think about it either, because it upsets me too much. So yeah, and here's me with my first world problems, you know, trying to get a girlfriend. But at this rate, I probably will never have one again, because people are just going to be afraid to touch each other if this madness keeps progressing on like it is. But yeah, people need to wake up and start thinking for themselves and not just obeying everything like good little puppets. So yeah, I think I might just leave it there for today because I'm starting to sound like a bitter old man now. But I wanted just to have this rant today and get things off my chest. Feel a lot better now I'm in the woods, I have to say. So I'm gonna get the fire going and chill out for a bit. And 'cause it's meant to rain again this afternoon. That's another thing. This week the weather has just been horrible where I am, and I've not been able to come out because I'd have just gotten soaked at bone like when I tried to go wild camping. You know, and I can't be bothered with that again. I'd rather just be safe and come out when it's excuse me, when it's dry, and then I don't catch a cold or anything like that. So that'd suck even more, being trapped inside and you've got a cold. I don't want that. So yeah, for those who've made it through to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I don't know how this video is going to be received. I do care because I don't want to fall out with anybody. I think it's very important right now that we all support each other as best as we can. So yeah, I'll leave it there for today, guys, and I'll see you all soon, one day this week, hopefully. Bye bye.